Hi, it's Alicia and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you saw from the title, I'm going to be doing a little BoxyCharm review on the entire year of 2020. I actually decided last month after getting my November BoxyCharm to cancel my BoxyCharm subscription. So I have mentioned to you guys probably in every BoxyCharm video and anytime I'm using BoxyCharm products, I love BoxyCharm. I always have had really good, I say always, but at least 80–85% of the time I have really good luck with them. So I never thought I would cancel it, but after going through some of my things, and right now we're in the middle of a big move, so I wanted to do a little bit of decluttering and go through what I use, what I don't use, so I decided to cancel. But it doesn't mean that I hate them, or it doesn't mean that I won't join BoxyCharm or start subscribing again. But as of right now, it is canceled. But I have so many products that I love, that I use all the time, that I thought a video like this would be fun because I can go over some of the things that I use and what I really had a lot of success with and what wasn't so good. So if you're interested in this video, keep on watching and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me on makeup, baby, life, wife, all kinds of stuff here, don't forget to subscribe. All right, so on my face right now, I did do my skincare. I did use Saturday Skin as my moisturizer. It came in this really pretty, like big tub, and it was full size, of course. I think I got it in the beginning of the year. I would say like my March Boxy Luxe box. I'll have to double check on that. But I've had that for a little while and I really like it. I'm down to the last little bit. I've been rotating in and out of that and some other moisturizers that I got from other boxes. So I think part of this whole declutter is using some of the things I've opened and already started using. So that's one moisturizer that I love. The next item I'm going to talk about is my primer. As you see, this bottle is pretty empty, but this is from Touch in Soul. This is the No Problem Primer, and I love this because I do have pretty big, deep pores, so I like anything that is pore filling, and I actually purchased a backup in BoxyCharm's Boxy Pop-Up. So I do have that, but I am definitely, trying to take out any little bit that I see. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. And I'm just putting this in the center of my face. The next item I'm gonna use is actually this color corrector. This is from Jecca Black, and this actually doesn't fall into my best or worst category. This is actually something I have not yet used, but why I didn't use it is because I thought it was not going to be suitable for my skin tone, but I figure why not give it a try. I do have, as you see, some discoloration, and I do put a little bit of color corrector more times than not under my eyes. So I am going to go ahead and just try this one. This is in the shade 2.0. And I'm just going to use my fingers to blend that out. This is very different than the color correctors that I generally use. This is more of like a salmon-y pink color. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how it looks under my foundation. Right now I'm using more like red or orange color correctors, so this salmon is a bit lighter. For foundation, this is Becca's Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, and this is the only foundation I've ever received in my box, other than a CC cream that was not my shade. Not even a little, but this is the only foundation I've ever received in a box, and it made me break out. My sister uses this and loves it. Her shade's a little lighter than this one, but I had high hopes, but once I used it, I felt like I was breaking out the next day or two. So I didn't have the best luck. So what I'm gonna do is actually use something that I know doesn't break me out, because I do have a few blemishes that came up over the last week. I'm just gonna stick to what I know and love. So I'm just gonna apply my Fenty foundation and I'll be right back. So now that my foundation's on, we're gonna move into eyes. For eyes, I'm actually going to prep my eyelids with this concealer. This is from Pretty Vulgar. We received this in a box, gosh, maybe a few months ago. I would say over the summer. This is the Pretty Vulgar Undercover Concealer, and this is in the shade Middle Ground. They sent about 4 different shades over, and this is the shade that I selected, and it was just because out of the options, it's what worked for me, or what I could probably make work for me. But when I got it and I tried using it, I don't really think I liked it that much, and it seemed very thin. So I'm gonna try it on my eyes as a eyeshadow base and just see if that helps. This brush is also from BoxyCharm. This came in a set with, I think, like 3 brushes total, but it's from Luxie, and it's a wooden brush. And I really love the Luxie brushes that we get. All right, for shadows, I'm gonna go in with 2 different palettes, and not because I can't make a full look with either one, but I wanted to give this a second try. This is from Hip Dot. This is the, what palette is this? This is the Zion palette from Hip Dot, and it is really pretty. It is really pretty. However, I used it one time, the first time I got my box and opened it, but I never actually pulled or looked for it again. So I figured, let's use this in combination with this. This is the Natasha Denona palette we got in Peak. And this, I don't know if it's, you can see it. Yeah, this is the Natasha Denona palette in Peak. This is from November as well, and it's a really nice palette. I did use it a few times, but I was actually going to give it away to my sister, but she has other palettes similar, so I decided to keep it. But why I thought about giving it away, or, you know, if my sister wanted it, I would have given it. Well, 1, she's my sister. But 2, I have so many palettes that have all of these colors already, so I was, you know, I didn't feel like they performed extra well. However, you know, it's Natasha Denona, so I'm gonna keep it. But anyhow, so I'm gonna use this in combination with this. So let's see what I come up with, and hopefully it comes out good. My brushes are super dirty, so I am gonna dip in and use this color switch. This is from a box that I received as well. I wanna say September. I don't really have specific dates or boxes. I'm gonna have to look that up, but I did get this. This is the first time I've had a color switch, and I feel like it works pretty well, but it's definitely not a substitute for cleaning your brushes. It's actually, I think, better if you're on the go or you're traveling, don't have very many brushes with you. This will definitely work, but on the regular, I need to clean my brushes pretty bad. So in Natasha Denona, I use this brown here in the middle and also this shimmer. And I also, in the Zion palette, I used this orange, where is it, Grounded. I used this Angel's Landing, and I also used Maze. So those are the 3 and 2. I'm gonna go ahead, and now we're gonna get into eyeliner. I received 2 liners this year from BoxyCharm, and I have loved both of them. The first one is from Hank & Henry. This is a felt tip. I mean, it's kind of drying out because I've had it for a little while, but it's really, really pretty, and I love this. It's so easy to use. The other one is actually from KVD Beauty. This is my first time trying any, I think this was my first item total. I think so, from KVD. And I know it's been renamed from Kat Von D, and this still has the Kat Von D packaging, so I think now they are KVD. But anyhow, this is their dagger liner, and this is one that I use often. It has a flexible tip as well, but it is a little thicker, so you have to be more careful with this one because if you hold it the wrong way, you're gonna get a thick line. But I do like this one as well, and I think I saw Sephora had this on sale for like $12, I think because of the branding or packaging. I think I'm just gonna use the Hank & Henry today because I just wanna finish it up because I think it's almost done. So I lost you for a little bit, but I think all that you missed was my eyeliner. For concealer, as I mentioned, the only concealer I received from the box is this one from Pretty Vulgar, but I am not going to use this under my eyes because I just don't like how it looks. It's just too light for me, and not only light in complexion but light in coverage. So I'm going to go with my regular concealer, the one I normally use, which is the e.l.f. This is their hydrating camo concealer. This brush I actually got from BoxyCharm as well. This is another Luxie brush. This came in a 3-pack, and this is their, gosh, I've used it so much. Yeah, this is their contouring brush, but I really like this for my concealer. I'm gonna go in with this setting powder from Becca. This is the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. We received this in a BoxyCharm. And I actually got it in a darker shade, so I bought this. It's a smaller size. This is the one I actually got in my BoxyCharm, but this is the golden bronze shade, and I don't usually use a darker shade to set my makeup, so I actually purchased the same powder, just the mini version, from Sephora, and I just wanted to see how I would like it. So I'm gonna use this. I usually apply my powder with a brush, so I'm gonna do it the same way. And I don't know why I forgot or didn't use this powder, but it seems fine. It's super finely milled. I don't feel a cooling sensation anymore, but I know when I first got it I did. But honestly, I haven't used it since the first time I picked this up. The next product I'm gonna use is a bronzer. I got this in October. This is from Aesthetica. This is very light, as you can see, and also the light is actually washing it out. But it's super light, but it actually is noticeable a little bit. But this is from Aesthetica, and this is their Sunset Bronzer. This is semi-noticeable on me. Oh, this brush. This is part of that same collection that I got with the wooden handles, but I love this brush also from Luxie. I don't know if you can tell, but I can definitely notice it. The shade in the pan is kind of deceiving, right? Because it looks super light. It looks like almost an under eye setting powder, but the shade is super light, but I feel like it's a nice subtle contour or bronzer for like work. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this blush. This is from Ciate London. This is in the shade Dusk. See it, but it's a pretty marble pink color. So the next item is a highlight, and honestly this highlight scares me because I never reach for a loose highlight. This is from Artist Couture. This is in Summer Haze. It is gorgeous. What I am gonna do, I'm actually not even gonna open it. Anytime I've dipped into it, I've always gone off of the cap, but I'm actually just gonna go off of this top part. I wanted to go in with another I was gonna go in with the Fenty highlighter that I got as well, but I think this is enough. I think I'm just gonna go in, to keep it simple, I'm gonna go into the Natasha Denona and do my lower lash line. So my lower lash line is done. I am gonna go into my waterline, and I'm gonna use this pencil from Appeal. I don't remember when I got this, but I always get, you know, random eyeliners here and there. I call them like fluff items, but I use them. So this probably came at some point in the middle to beginning of the year. This is a gel liner in the color Taupe. It's a brown color. I don't know if you could see that. looks probably like black. But it's a brown color, and I'm just gonna run that on my lower. So for my brows, I did not get anything that I can remember as far as brow pencils go from BoxyCharm this year. So that means if I did, it wasn't a standout, whether it be really good or really bad. So I am gonna use what I usually use, and that's the one from Maybelline. That's their thin pencil. What is it? Their ultra slim thin deep brown pencil. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that, and I'll be right back. So my makeup was coming out pretty good today, even though I'm using some products I'm not too sure about until I did my brows, which is one of my favorite products. So today's just not a good brow day. I made them super thick, but it is what it is. So what I usually do is set my brows with whatever powder I have or I was using, so I'm just gonna do that as well. Let's talk a little bit about mascara. For mascara, two standout products that I got. I did get some others as well, but two of the standout mascaras that I got this year from BoxyCharm. This is Lily Lash's mascara that we received. This is their Triple X mascara. When I first used it, I really liked it, and I felt like my opinion was different than a lot of the opinions I saw, but I really liked it. I used it a little bit, I would say like maybe under 6 times, and liked it. But then the formula started getting really thick and goopy. So if you can see, it's just super thick now. It makes my lashes like one lash. It's too thick for me, but then I would go back with another wand, something that's a little spikier, and kind of comb it out. So I've been trying to make it work just because I have it. Another one that I got, this came, I think in November. November was a pretty good month, and so that's why it's kind of funny that I chose November to cancel, and it really had nothing to do with BoxyCharm because, like I mentioned, I have more luck than not with BoxyCharm. But anyhow, this is from Milk. This is their Kush mascara. This is their hydroproof. It's their waterproof, or hydroproof. This is their waterproof mascara. This is what the wand looks like. This does have little microfiber hairs on it, which is good for me because I have really short lashes, so it kind of helps lengthen them a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one from Milk on my lashes today. Okay, so that's my lashes. I just, again, used this one from Milk. I do have a few lip products that I want to talk about, and the first two are ones that I really, really like, that I'm so happy that I got. This came from I want to say it was a Luxe box, perhaps maybe March, but this is the duo set of lip liners that came. If you can see that, they're from Bodyography. One is in Rosewood and the other is in Pouty. I really like these. I use them often. My favorite is Rosewood, but I do like Pouty to kind of color on the inside when I'm going with a nudie pink color. So I am gonna go ahead and use both of these today. What I love about these pencils, they're super soft and they glide on really well. And now I'm going to take Pouty and blend to the inner portion of my lip. Honestly, I don't remember how I feel about this lip. This is from Appeal again. Why I want to use it is because I just mentioned Appeal and the liner and how I was indifferent about it, but I use it. Honestly, the reason I'm using it is because I don't remember if I love or don't love, or if I'm indifferent about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it today. This is a little lighter than what I'm used to. I already noticed that this setting powder is not looking great, so that stinks. This lippy again is from Appeal. This is in the shade Sugar and Spice, but I like it. I think it came out great. So on my lips, I am gonna top it with this. This is from Too Faced. This is one of the glosses that I received, and this is in the shade pretty penny. I think my face is done. Yeah, I think I used everything that I wanted to use today. And I feel like everything came out pretty well. Some of the products that I probably won't use again, I'm thinking this Becca one is not gonna be used again because I already see cracking where I set my concealer under my eyes, and this, I don't think it's doing a great job. Other than that, anything else I'm not gonna use. There are a few products I wanted to go over as far as skincare that you're not gonna be able to see here or see me use. This product is completely used out. This is from Tarte. This is their Micellar Magic, and I received this in a BoxyCharm probably, I don't even know how long ago now. Maybe over the summer, maybe like August. Again, I'll have to look, but I did love this. I never actually used a micellar water before getting this, and I love this. I would probably buy this again. I think it's $18 for this full size, and to me, I think it worked really, really well. Another item that I used up completely is actually this one from Dr. Brandt. This is their Pore Purifying Cleanser. This is actually completely used up, and I have another one on the way. I ended up ordering this in Boxy Pop-Up. The last product I'm going to talk about today is actually this one. This is from Elemis. This is their Dynamic Resurfacing Facial Pads, and I used this all up. It only had like, what? 60. Yeah, it only had 60, so a 2-month supply or 30-day supply depending how you use it. But I really liked this. If they had this available in Boxy Pop-Up, or if I were able to get it again or see it in any other boxes, I would be so happy to have. That is it. I know I feel like I've been talking for so long, but I really loved doing a little roundup of all the BoxyCharm items that I've used and loved, and ones I didn't like so much this year. I was able to get a lot of the makeup that I use now through BoxyCharm, and I would always recommend it because I still think it's such a good deal. I do think that in the future, I'm probably going to join BoxyCharm. If I don't go for the Luxe or Premium, I'm definitely going to get the base again, but probably after we move and after I get a chance to go through what I have, because I just don't want the excess right now. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from us here on this channel, I don't only do makeup things, I have mommy things and life things, wife things, all kinds of stuff here. So don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.